In the legislation and the 1830s in South Carolina, they put in there that in order for the slave codes to be changed, they needed to get rid of reading and writing so that they could not think about their lot in life. They didn't want the slaves to contemplate their position.
So words, obviously, we know are how we communicate with one another. But if you think of how we communicate with one another, every word is basically a picture. But like we talked about earlier, there's a precision to that language. And words, because they are an imperfect tool, can only get us so close. Words are an approximation to what we actually want to say.
Examining language, interrogating language, exploring language, with the wordplay, you start to uncover what are the different connotations this word has. Equity, equality, diversity, discrimination, inclusion. All of these words have so many different definitions.
We are inviting you all to join us in a radical experiment. Write down 10 words that you associate with race.
Discuss a moment where you experienced diversity in a sense that felt authentic.
What are we even saying? And I'm going to ask you to tell me that. So go back to your partner and prepare language to define this. What is Black love? What do we even mean when we say that?
I want you to come up with a hyphenated version of diversity to describe qualities of that experience.
The labeling is what we're going to discuss. Who would like to give me a word? One word. Yes. Disadvantage. All right. Human. I like it. Skin. Inequity.
Who else needs a word? Hope. Who else needs a word? Community. Who else needs a word?
She carries those with her everywhere she goes.
Anyone else need a word? These words that we bat around, they're not new. They're charged with power. They're charged with gamesmanship. They're charged with a political interest and don't acknowledge our human. But here we are, humans, at the mercy of these words, at the mercy of the how and the why they're flung around. We're gonna have a moment together. We're having a moment for the benefit of everybody. So we're gonna have this conversation and peering into what we think we know about love, about Blackness, about words, about why we're in this class together, about why we traveled halfway across the world to have this conversation.
How do you have a discussion about racism if there's 50 different definitions of racism, but that's not clear to the people discussing that they're meaning different things?
Well, what's the opposite of race? What could it possibly be? The thing I came up with was kindred.
It will be an engagement. So we've got definitions that the humans that come to the space on Thursday will assign words to, and we'll have a couple different reverses of that. So they'll also be contributing to what we're building here.
The word I actually had was profound, and the word he had was community. And our new word is, you said it was profunity?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like when profound communities come together. Y'all know how that is.
This is a profunity.
This is a very profound community.
This is a profunity.
I'm enjoying them.
Y'all. Community with shared experiences. Not what you love, but how you love. Not just a trend on social media. Afro-paced, I want some of that too.
These all sound right. Like, that's a real word, I think. Hearing their personal experiences about, the awkward or the authentic, and I think that illuminated a lot of different ideas.
So similar to these words that we fling around, be it woke, be it love, be it righteous, be it racial, be it progressive, be it ally, be it Black love, these words we fling around, we have an intention to them. And we also get to question what we think we know about many of these words and their histories that have been fed to us.
We're talking about generating new words, but this week has been very much how do we do that? Interestingly enough, it was way easier to come up with the awkward experience of diversity.
It's interesting to see what they connected to, because everybody was connecting in different ways and having different challenges. And what I really enjoyed was challenging them to think about race as a positive thing. And I think it really speaks to how challenging the subject is.
Choose your words you're creating right now.
We need everybody's contributions to start dissecting these words and start seeing what's necessary for creating new words and new language.
You'll take this muscle memory with you. You put together syllables and words and letters that shouldn't go together, and they did. They shouldn't have made sense, and you made them make sense, and you applied your meaning to them, and you had a conversation, and they're going to be uncomfortable. But radical is everybody in this room, small and large.
I would like to say that I think what is most radical thing you can do when you leave out of here is you can rethink your labels and maybe make up some new labels to describe you, your family and friends, and ultimately the world that we are going to construct. I would even challenge that maybe it is time for a certain kind of rebirth.